In triangle ABC, the measure of angle B is twice the measure of angle A. The measure of angle C is 3 times the measure of angle B. Find the measures of all 3 angles. This looks almost identical to the first problem, except in the second sentence, we have the measure of angle C is 3 times the measure of angle B. The last time it was 3 times the measure of angle A. So this does end up being a slightly different problem. We're going to start off the same way. We're going to do our let statements. And if we look, we're told something about angle B. The measure of angle B is twice the measure of angle A. And we're told something about the measure of angle C. It's 3 times the measure of angle B. We're not told anything directly about angle A, and so we're going to let the measure of angle A be equal to x. That'll be our unknown. We're going to let the measure of angle A be x. Now we need expressions for the measures of angle B and the measure of angle C. So let's let the measure of angle B be, well, we're told the measure of angle B is twice the measure of angle A. So again, if the measure of angle A is x and the measure of angle B is twice that much, it's going to be 2x. But here's where we end up with the difference when we look at the measure of angle C. Let's let the measure of angle C, we have to write this as an expression in terms of x, and we're told the measure of angle C is 3 times the measure of angle B. Now we have to be careful here. It's 3 times the measure of angle B. The measure of angle B is 2x, and the measure of angle C is 3 times that much. Well, what's 3 times 2x? 3 times 2 is 6. That ends up being 6x. This is where this problem is different from the last one. The measure of angle C in this one is 3 times the measure of angle B, not the measure of angle A. So we end up with a different expression here. Now we need to write an equation that models the situation, and we still have the fact that the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So if we take the measure of angle A, which is x, and we add to that the measure of angle B, which is 2x, and then we add to that the measure of angle C, which is 6x, we know that this sum is going to end up being 180, and now we have our equation to solve. If we combine like terms on the left-hand side, x plus 2x plus 6x is 9x, so we have 9x equals 180. And if we divide both sides by 9, that will isolate x for us, and we'll have x equals 20. Going back up to our let statements, the measure of angle A was x, so that's going to be 20. And we're measuring in degrees, so that's 20 degrees. The measure of angle B is twice that much, 2x. 2 times 20 is 40 degrees. And the measure of angle C is 6x. Well, if x is 20, 6 times 20 ends up being 120 degrees. Or, alternatively, we know that the measure of angle C is 3 times the measure of angle B. Once we've figured out that the measure of angle B is 40 degrees, we can multiply that by 3 to get the measure of angle C, which is 120 degrees. Either way, we know all of the angle measures, so we're ready to state the conclusion. We were told to find the measures of all 3 angles, so we can say angle A is 20 degrees, angle B is 40 degrees, and angle C is 120 degrees. And that is our final answer.